Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master, and today we are going to go over a replay of my Modern Challenge Top 8. If you want to see and know what my thought process was in order to Top 8 the Modern Challenge in today's competitive Modern metagame, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our deck tech for that metagame, we're going to thank our sponsor, starting with themanabase.com, the content site on Commander, Pioneer, Historic, Modern, and more. The Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online, where you can rent anything. You could even try out Merfolk in Legacy with the new tech Chrome Mox and days if you don't own a Force of Will or True Name Nemesis, they can do it for you. So the Mana Traders, you can support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or you can save yourself 15% by using my coupon code Nikachu. 15% off your first 3 months. And I have new patrons supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support on Patreon. So I'd love to thank Brian Ordona. I'd love to thank Eric Westland for raising their pledge on Patreon, and also Mr. Thule. Thank you very much, everyone, supporting their way of supporting the channel, either on Twitch or Patreon. So here's the deal. Okay, so I actually tried many different types of lists recently. You know, I tried a Lurrus list where we play with like blue-white with Lurrus in the sideboard. I also even went as far as Bant. Where's my Bant list? No, here's the Bant list. So here's Bant. I tried like Bolt Folk. Like Bant was Simic Merfolk, but with Lurrus and maybe some other cool white cards. They weren't really working. I had to go back to Simic. It has the power. Like, what can I say? There's just too many matchups, especially the Titan matchups right now. You just want to commend a speaker and start beating them down quickly, and more lords at a lower curve is just... I've said it a million times before. This is you got to go down this route. We need to be really mana efficient. You can't be clunky in Modern right now. Everyone is like doing their thing really quickly, and you have to keep the pace, all right? So let me tell you about my additions to this deck. Right now, there's a lot of prowess and a lot of Death Shadow in the metagame. You've seen it in the leagues. If you're playing Modern right now and you're in the leagues, you're seeing tons of prowess, tons of Death Shadow. And you're seeing it also in the Modern challenges at a competitive level. How do we deal with these things? Right, this is my answer. Main deck Chalice of the Void. Chalice of the Void, not the most it's not great over like all the 40 decks in Modern, but against the top decks that we see right now, it's actually fantastic. It's going to be great. Game 1 versus Death Shadow. It's going to be great Game 1 versus Prowess. Playable in other matchups. Playable against Amulet Titan. You play this thing on 0, and then all of a sudden they can't Summoner's Pact anymore. They can't Teleria West for the Summoner's Pact. You play it against Ad Nauseam. Play it on 0 or 1. It's still going to be effective in that matchup. You randomly play against Burn. It's still going to be good. So there's actually a lot of matchups where it's still Chalice hits, but I think the hardest decks for this deck, which is just a pile of removal and a good clock, which you see out of Prowess and Death Shadow, I had to make sure that I was prepared for it. And I also Harbinger of the Tide. So if they get any creatures out early, and then I play Chalice on 1, I need to be able to bounce it so that they can't come back onto the battlefield, and also bounce Death Shadow, give me the tempo that I need to turn the clock around. Those are the main adjustments to this deck. But here's the thing. How do we deal with this Heliod combo? How do we deal with, what's it called? Oops, all spells. Now, originally I was playing with Mistcaller. Now, Mistcaller says that sacrifice Mistcaller until end of turn. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. This card's fantastic against Oops all spells. And against a Heliod combo, if I sacrifice Mistcaller, then it turns off Collected Company when they play it. But here's the thing. Mistcaller is good against nothing else. It was just those two decks, and I felt like that was a little bit too narrow. And a lot of people are saying, do you know what, Nikachu? Bring in Pithing Needle. Bring in Pithing Needle for the Heliod combo. And I'm like, you can nail one half. You like name Walking Ballista, but they can still Spike Feeder you. And then if you name Spike Feeder, they can still Walking Ballista you. I'm like, I don't know how much I like that. But then I started thinking, you know what? It's better than Mistcaller in that matchup. It might even be better in the Oops deck, because you can name Salvage Titan. So if they go like Balustrade Spy, dump their deck, they can't activate any of the abilities on Salvage Titan to get it from the graveyard and then recast it to activate the Vengevines. So all they do is dump all the cards in their deck. Pithing Needle, if you name Salvage Titan, they can't do anything. And also, this hits Goblin Charbelcher. That's right. So either Goblin Charbelcher coming in from the sideboard, you can name Goblin Charbelcher, or even the Belcher decks it's good against. But then there's more application. It goes deeper, people. We go look how deep Pithing Needle goes. I think this card would be excellent against Tron. You name Expedition Map. You name, what else do we name here? Blast Zone. You name any of the Planeswalkers. Karn the Great Creator. Walking Ballista again. I think actually this card is amazing. This is going to be amazing in Tron and also in Eldrazi Tron. I'm really excited about Pithing Needle in that matchup. And you can randomly bring it in against some other decks. So, and I was getting some weaknesses against Tron because I'm not in love with Spreading Seas right now. Yes, I do prefer Needle to Revoker because I want to get it out early and I don't want it to be vulnerable to spot removal, which a lot of Tron decks have. Like, especially Eldrazi Tron, they bring in a lot of spot removal, so Pithing Needle won't be that effective there. So, anyway, Pithing Needle, very mana efficient. I like the idea of Pithing Needle in this deck to shore up all just the cracks that I've left Merfolk vulnerable to, because I don't have as many Spreading Seas in the main deck anymore because I don't really believe in this card. But anyway, I am a testament to if you adapt the deck to the metagame, it can survive and it can still win. Like, if things go rough, don't dump the deck, adapt it. That's my philosophy. And yeah, so that this is how it is. And I don't think there's any other notable changes that I made to this list. Just very important to note, this is built to beat Prowess and Death Shadow. If you don't want to beat those matchups, I would say, like, I'll show you the list. I would play something similar to what I played against Jim Davis in our match. This would just be more I think something like this might be more well-rounded, or even maybe something that looks like this. Maybe that's in an unknown metagame. This is the way to do it. And you have enough counter magic for like combo decks that you need it, but you have a little bit of interaction for creature-based decks. Or even the Titan decks by killing Dryad of the Elysian Grove. All right, so with that, let's review our first round of my Modern Challenge. It's all wiped away. Oh no, I don't have anything. Okay, well, screw it. I don't have any content. Okay, forget the Modern Challenge. I forgot. I reset my, I wiped away my, what's it called? My Magic the Gathering Online. I uninstalled it, reinstalled it. It wipes away my game history. Well, how about a league then? How about we just do a Modern League? So instead of reviewing the matches, I guess we're just going to play a Modern League with this. So now what version do we play with? I guess I play with this. Oof, creature type would have a Curse Totem effect if it was made into a creature. Do you think MTG should change from 4-ofs to 3-ofs? I'm the person who proposed that we can go to 2x. Yeah, we absolutely could do that. I think it would just upset a lot of people, that's all. Alright, so Wasias is all up for a league. Okay, with that being said, alright, let's just do it like this. So my whole intro didn't make any sense. That's okay. You're all gonna understand at this point. So Modern League. Not Banned Folk. Hold on, I just want to be sure. Do I want to keep... Yeah, I think I'm gonna try this balanced approach. This looks very balanced to me. Oh, I have to drop this league. Alright, let's drop this. I wasn't doing well there anyway. Yes, the new one with Force Negation, Dismember, and Chalice Main. Super new. Super new deck. Just throwing it all in there. Hey, we lost the die roll. We lost the die roll because that's just what happens with Merfolk when you play it, unfortunately. Pithing Needle is fun naming Grizzle Dad. Yeah, if you do that against Neoform, they won't be happy. And you can race them for sure. Oh yeah, let me, I'll update the deck. Here, hold on. Okay, that should be good. Okay, we have to mulligan. We have no land in our hand. I can keep this. One lander with Vial is totally fine, and I'll just dump a Silver Gillid out. 2 Force, 2 Chalice, 2 Dismember. The thing is, like, Dismember is still like Dismember is good against everything, but you need enough counter magic to beat these stupid prowess decks. Like, you need some Silver Bullet. So this hand could be really good if we just draw one more land the next two draw steps. It could end up being really good. Monster Swift Spirit, go for it. Okay, so we're up against Burn, I guess. This hand is, like, not very interactive against Burn, but if we do enough blocks, then maybe it's going to be fine. If you're used to seeing Cavern named Goblin, well, today it's now Merfolk. We're just coming off our fresh victory in the Merfolk versus Goblins match with Jim Davis. Riftbolt has entered the exile zone. I really need to draw a land next turn. I think if I don't draw a land, it's still not updated on Cardboard Live for you. Just maybe refresh the page. Oh, hold on. I better change the info. Edit stream info. Modern Merfolk. Hashtag Merfolk Monday. Modern Simic. Okay, we didn't draw we didn't draw a land. We are now officially in trouble. Because I think we're... Well, our opponent mulligan quite a bit? Because they seem to be down on cards. There's 2 cards left in their hand. At this point, I need to keep my life total as high as possible. I'm just throwing this Commander Speaker away into this Swift Spear if I'm allowed to block. Let me know if anything changed, Mathematic. Every point of life is very precious to us at the moment. That is very annoying because I sort of need to I sort of need to cast stuff from my hand in order to compete with what's going on the board. Pass, I guess. Pass and wait. Well, I've updated it again, Mathematic. Does anyone else have the same problem? Can you see the list? Okay, they attack with the Eidolon. That's totally fine with me. Maybe if we're lucky, we can draw, like, Trickster to flash in and block the Swift Spear. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to do anything. Okay, I think we're in a lot of trouble. Oh, are we allowed to block? All right, we'll block the Eidolon. Why not cast anything this turn? Because I take 2 damage. And I have to keep my life total as high as possible. Thanks for all the new follows. Tons of new follows. Yeah, we're gonna go to damage. So now we can start playing 2 things a turn, and we might have a chance from here. We can soak up like 4 burn spells from this point. Interesting. Okay, so Merfolk. They might have like. I wonder if they had what's it called? Searing Blaze, but no landfall for it. Boros Charm? Alright, 2 burn spells kills us. That makes things difficult. But at least we do have a creature on the battlefield. Maybe their hand is just all... Do you know what would have been the perfect draw? Trickster, and if we Trickstered, we could tap this, loses all abilities, and we could just empty our hand. That would have been perfect. I can make these creatures pretty big, but I can't make them super ultra big. Okay, so I guess we're going to attack with both, because I need to put some pressure on our opponent. Okay, so lightning... This is going to be out of range. So if they... I can block Eidolon if they, like, Rift Bolt me. That's only 5 damage with the Swift Spear. Oh, that land drop is probably going to be it. Unless there's 2... They have 2 spells in their hand that deals 2 damage. Then the game goes on. Also, if they Searing Blaze this, I go to 1, that's fine. We can deal 10 damage on the crackback. Kill self casting all Merfolk? I don't think so. You can learn stuff still even if playing something way different, adapting well on your own is a skill. Okay, so the Searing Blaze is happening. And actually, they'll take 2 damage. So if they don't have any follow-up, we win. I have a feeling they have a handful of just 1-drops. Or maybe not. Oh, unlucky. Okay. Concede. Close. I don't know if they top decked the land or the... I think they top decked the land. If they top decked another 2-drop, we had it. So that one was close. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Bring in counter spells, basically. So bringing in Force Negation. We'll bring in... Spring Seas on the play is fine. I may not keep all of them, and Chalice of the Void is definitely great. Take out the Dismembers, deals damage to us. I don't like Copter because it's not good at blocking. And I'll take out, maybe I'll take out 2 Spreading Seas. Okay, submit. Matchup is not too bad. I'm pretty confident that we would have won if we could have peeled a second land on turn 2. But we didn't peel that land now, did we? They always make it hard. Burns less known bad matchup, Merfolk. Although I have to say, the way this is built, it's not so bad. Simic is awkward because they can just kill off the creatures one by one. They had a weird hand full of Eidolons, which actually sort of worked out to our advantage. It was close. It was close. We were like a turn away from winning. We were on the draw, what can we say? So between Spreading Seas... Oh, we're still disconnecting. What is going on here? It didn't even get fixed. It didn't get fixed. Hey, GDX the kid. Could the list benefit from a couple Ether Gusts in the side? I've been seeing a lot of Titan. I think you'll be fine. You could play it, but I don't know if it would benefit from it. I think we have a lot of game against Titan. Yes, I want to go first. I think we have, like... We have 2 Force Negations. This is not a great hand. I have no turn 1 play. This is more awkward of my of all the interaction that I have. Funny thing about the metagame, the burn community is split on how to adjust since we're not very well positioned at the moment. Oh, you're just not prowess. I think burn is fine. I'm gonna keep, but I'm not thrilled about it. I think what it's gonna... I need 1 more land, and then what I'm gonna do is, like, I might pitch one of these Force Negations to itself, and I'll just try to actually hardcast this other one. But I don't have Ether Vial, and I have no 1-drop. Show me a Goblin Guide. Alright. So I'm gonna throw out my Mistbinder first. because I can't hold up mana with Mistbinder, and I would rather hold up mana on my opponent's turn and maybe play Trickster, maybe play Force Negation. Depends what my opponent does. Eidolon again. Okay, let's attack. If they trade, I think I'd be okay with it. Now I just have to play into this Eidolon. Oh, Aether Vial is fantastic, but I can't cast it right now. Well, okay, so there's definitely a world where my opponent just kills themselves with their own cards. Okay, I'm actually just going to try to race. I mean, this is a lot of damage. If they don't have Bolt here, and if they do have Bolt here, I don't even think I care that much. They'll still take 2 damage from the Bolt. They'll lose the Eidolon. So they could Bolt Lord, block this Lord. Yeah, amazing no art Aether Vial. Oh, there we go. The art's back. Oh, they have nothing. Okay, then. So now they're in trouble. So I'm going to counter this Rift Bolt. Are you going to go after me? Okay, I'm going to take 3 damage. You're going to take 2. The Eidolon's about to work for us, is the deal here. Okay, how much damage can I take? They're going to 6. I think I'm just going to try to counter as many things as I can. Okay, I'm going to rather go to... I'd rather go to 8 than to 7, is the deal. They can only play either 1 Searing Blaze or 1, what's it called? Searing Blaze or Lightning Helix. Okay, we're definitely going to counter that. And now if they play Path to Exile, they're dead. Path to Exile or Lightning Bolt, it's over. This is only possible because I have 1 more life available when I force a negated. It doesn't look like a really good exchange to take 2 damage instead of 3 damage, but it was very important. It's just very, very important here. After 83 leagues with Urometa, we were pretty decent until Omnath came out. Now we got a bad matchup almost everywhere. Shadow matchups are still a gimme. Obosh is pretty easy, but the very top tier are some bad matchups. Talking about being a burn player. Funny thing about so I've been watching to try Burn really bad to see how it feels in Pauper Burn, which I think is amazingly fun to play. A lot of people love Pauper. Yeah, this game is over. Ooh, Chalice of the Void on 1. I will not reveal that information. Say whatever you want to do, nothing works. They path, they block, they take 2, they block 1, they take 2. Alright, take 6. Guess none of this works. Okay. We got there. We got there. It was very awkward, but we got there. Change nothing. I have to say, okay, I will say this. When you're on the play, maxing out on Spreading Seas is great if you don't have Chalice of the Void in your deck. Spreading Seas is actually pretty good in the matchup. But because I have Chalice in my deck, I'd actually prefer to have this not only on... First off, I'm going to play this on turn 2 more often than I'm going to play Spreading Seas, but also I have the option to play Chalice on 4 to hit... Sorry, Chalice on 2, which costs 4 mana, and that's going to hit my Spreading Seas. Like, it'll counter my future Spreading Seas. How do I fix this? I don't get it. I'm logging into Magic the Gathering Online, like, for forever. Well, what do you think, people? I'm going to keep it. It doesn't have any interaction. I mean, Aether Vial is a form of interaction in a way. And we might be able to draw some stuff. At the very least, I'm going to try to slow them down with Trickster, which basically buys cards. I just hope there's not too many of these cards. Swift Spear is always the hardest start to beat. Uh-oh, I better draw some good stuff with these Waterlog Groves. Etherfell is just a really good mana-efficient way of being able to compete with what Burn is doing. So turn 2, I mean, they're going to hit us probably for a lot here. Was this going to be Bolt, attack for 3? Sure. I go to 10. Then I gotta slow them down. I have a nice hand for Chalice on 2 if it ever arises. Might pass. They just might kill me with burn spells. I mean, I have nothing. I got no interaction here. Alright, time to go for the counterattack. Come on, Lord. Or any 2-drop, really. Not bad. That's not what I was asking for, but I'll take it. I think at this stage of the game, I should work to get this thing on 2, because there's more 2-drops and more relevant 2-drops. Searing Blaze, Searing Blood, Boros Charm. We might even be dead right now to like Boros Charm, untap Boros Charm. Huh. But if I want to play it on 2, I'm going to have to probably take some life from the Waterlog Growth. Okay, they can't. I don't think they have many 1-drops left in hand unless it's Path to Exile. So I'm going to aim to get this on 2. It's just going to cost me 1 more turn to do that. Okay, so I'll cancel. I'll attack with these 2 creatures. It's too risky. No, I think it's fine. I never felt like Chalice was good late game. Well, here's the thing. I mean, if you play Chalice on 1 and then Chalice on 2, it's fine. There's still a lot of ways that we can lose. Actually, now I'm thinking maybe I should just play Chalice on 1, because this lets me play, like... But all the good cards are 2. If I play Chalice on 1 here, I basically use up my turn and I get a Kamena Speaker in play. Like, I would play Kamena Speaker, Mutavault, Chalice, and then on my following turn, I can, like, attack with Mutavault, crack Waterlog Grove, and just race my opponent. You know, I changed my mind. It's way better on 2, but I think given the context of my hand, I'd rather play it on 1 right now. Okay, let's see if there's any Path to Exiles in hand. Oh, there's Lightning Bolt. Yeah, maybe I should have waited. Well, whatever. Okay, let's see what happens. It'll prevent like maybe I should have done this before I attack, because I would most certainly want to block here. Getting hit for 1 point of damage is like, it's terrible. 1 Lightning Helix beats us. There's a huge difference between having 4 life and 3 life, so that would be my only critical mistake. I wish I could take back. Well, we're not dead. All right. Got another draw step. Now let's race. Let's draw some cards. So my fear is that my opponent has something like if I guess I have to tap. Do I just do nothing here? I can't block with Mutavault and play Force Negation. If they like say, let's say they go next turn, they go like Bolt me, Lightning Helix something, I force, and then I can't. I want to attack with both these things. That's what I'm saying. Because we can attack with like one, or maybe none. Because I need to put myself in a position to win the game. If you sack this, then you can only play basically one spell. My fear is if I attack with both, they go to 9, but then they're in a position to like just play a bunch of prowess cards. If I have to counter one of them, then I tap out. It's that thin line, people. That thin line, playing for a win, but without risking yourself dying. Trading 2 damage for one of our dudes doesn't seem terribly winning. No, what I'm concerned, what are you talking about, Tuxev? I'm concerned if I attack with both, now if my opponent plays, say, Lightning Helix, Lightning Bolt next turn, Swift Spear is a 3-power creature, I have to counter it and I can't block with Mutavault. I don't have anything to block with. That's my problem here. I do have Vile, but like me taking this long is... And also I didn't put anything in play last turn, so they can just assume I don't have anything. They're also in a bad spot. They might just feel like they want to go for it. Okay, do you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I need to put myself in a position to win, and I think if the more draw steps I give my opponent, the worse I am at, the less of a chance I have at winning this game. Interesting. Because this is now getting really close. I think I'm going to let that go. I think it's better that I have a Force Negation in hand. I can take like 2 damage from this Swift Spear. And I'll have mana to like hold up for Force Negation and creatures next turn anyway. Okay. Can't attack yet. Want to attack? Yeah, you don't want to attack. Those are some deadly creatures, though. If we top deck a Lord, that would be great. This is the problem with playing... I wouldn't say this is the problem. Sometimes this is the fun of playing Merfolk, trying to eke out those advantages here. Okay, just give me a Lord so I can make an easy attack. You didn't want to make it easy, did you? I think I'm going to attack for 4. Hold up a Mutavault to block one of these. If I crack Waterlogged Grove and it's not good, then I can't attack this turn at all. And also, if I crack Waterlogged Grove and get a Lord, I still can't attack. I need to hold up Force. I need to hold up Force here. I'm going to just attack with these 2. And next, I'm just going to try to live one more turn. Hopefully they don't play 2 prowess spells. Okay, they can't play 2 prowess spells this turn. Okay, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna block. No, you have nothing. Excellent. All right, now they're in chump block mode for sure. Unless they have Path to Exile. Hopefully they don't have Path to Exile. What is with this stuff? Okay, the only card that crushes us is Path to Exile. I'm certainly glad that I didn't go on the defensive route and I'm just going aggro. I'm a Jim Davis and Nikachu fan. I play both Merfolk and Goblins. Why must Dad and Dad fight? I still don't want to crack the Waterlogged Grove. I'll probably play it. I think the correct thing is to attack with everything, make our opponent make at least 1 chump block. Because I don't think they have a spell in hand. They would have attacked for sure. Let's say they have Path to Exile. They definitely would have attacked, make me block, or I would, yeah, okay, they don't have path, they just have nothing. That's just what's happening here. They have nothing. They have stone nothing. There's no card in their hand that makes sense. They just have lands. Because if they had path, they would have just attacked last turn. We activate Mutavault, they path it, and they just win. You have something? How can you have anything? Why didn't you just go for the win last turn? What's going on here? I don't... Well, we're dead to a random spell now. They baited us, people. They baited us. I mean, we lose anyway if they have a random spell. All right, we go to 2. Or sorry, we're going to 2. They don't have anything in hand. I can't believe that. I guess we didn't buy a turn, though. Okay, but still, I would lose the Mutavault, and I would still counter this. What is going on here? Okay, they realized that they could just... I felt a little bit slow rolled there, but anyway, we lose the... Skipped too fast? Well, it didn't matter, because you could still play Scare the Critics anyway. I don't know what to say about that game, but we lost it. It's it can be close. It can be close. I think we clearly flooded the hell out, though. I mean, we just drew a million lands. I kept a land heavy hand, but we just drew one too many lands. What was our next card, by the way? It was the Lord that we needed. It was the Lord that we needed, and we were doomed to lose because I would have to burn my Force Negation on that Lightning Helix no matter what, and then they would have top decked the Scare the Critics for victory. I think we put ourselves in a position to win the game no matter what. Now, for everyone watching the stream, we're going to keep playing, but for everyone on YouTube, that's going to be the game for today. Sorry that we couldn't actually go over my Modern Challenge. I accidentally deleted it. Or not accidentally. I'm trying to fix the crashing that's going on Magic the Gathering Online. But that's going to be it for on YouTube. So we're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu, playing Simic Merfolk in Modern.